Hi there, Jane. Thanks for being with us. So how do you see BA2 cases growing around the country? How quickly will numbers increase, and also how high could they go?
Well, it will definitely become the dominant strain. We're seeing, as you mentioned, half of wastewater reports from Victoria today being the subvariant, and we also had reports from New South Wales Health at the end of February that around a third of cases were the new subvariant. So we have obviously evidence that we can see from around the world as well that it's very quickly become the dominant variant.
How high could case numbers get to, do you think?
Oh, it's very hard to know at this stage. I think, largely because we've got reasonable numbers of immunised individuals in Australia, and we've also got high numbers. We've had high numbers of infection, so it's very hard. It's a little bit crystal ball gazing, but they will certainly continue to climb. They're definitely on the way up.
And the main thing we know about the subvariant is that it's more transmissible. What else do we know, and what don't we know?
Well, we don't know. I guess at the moment we think it's unlikely that it's any more, dangerous, so that it'll cause more infections. It's more transmissible, higher case numbers, but we don't have any reason to think at the moment that it's any more of a concern and that there'll be increasing hospitalisations. But at the moment, it's still very early days, and we're still looking at that data.
Do we know how much protection a COVID vaccine gives you against BA2?
I think the thing to remember is that vaccine, we'll all face Omicron, we'll all face COVID, SARS-CoV-2 if you haven't already, and that a vaccine is, the only way that you can protect yourself. You may still get the infection, but you're very unlikely to get very sick with it. You're unlikely to go to hospital, and you're even less likely, of course, to die. So this message is still very much to get vaccinated, to get your booster, and to have your children receive the vaccine.
Yeah. And overall, Jane, what's happening with booster numbers or third dose numbers?
Look, Ros, they've definitely stalled. Maybe stalled is too strong. They've slowed down. We're looking at around just over 50% in New South Wales, and that's similar around Australia, and certainly similar around the OECD. So our numbers are definitely on par with other countries, but we would love to see them higher. I think it also bears remembering that there's been high case numbers, so that means that people will be waiting 6 months to get their booster if they did in fact have COVID. So that will be reflected in the data and the numbers as well at the moment. But we would still like to see numbers come up of boosters. You will be much better protected with a booster.
And of course, winter flies ahead. How will the colder months play into this?
Yes, well, we certainly know. We know from the Northern Hemisphere and our last winter that certainly case numbers do go up in winter, and they will this winter.
And do you think some restrictions should be reimposed?
I think at the moment there's limited evidence to say that they should be back just at the moment, but perhaps smaller gatherings, masks may be needed again in certain situations. Yes, it's quite possible that will happen. Okay, much to everyone's disappointment.
I know.
I'm sure.
Jane Frawley, that's right. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.